Well, dogs and cell phone tracking were important parts of today's testimony in the retrial of Christopher Clements for the kidnapping and killing of 6-year-old Isabel Celis. KGUN9's Craig Smith has covered the case since the girl disappeared 12 years ago. He's live at Pima County Superior Court with more. Craig?
The burden of proof is on the prosecution. Clements' defense attorneys don't really have to prove him not guilty. What they really have to do is raise enough reasonable doubt about his guilt. So they work to raise doubt about the cell phone evidence and raise doubt about whether a stranger like Clements was really able to get into the Celis house undetected and take Isabel. When the jury's been out of the room, defense attorneys have been upfront about how their defense is to focus suspicion on somebody other than Clements. Their choice is Isabel Celis' father, Sergio. They've been working to raise doubt about how any stranger could get the 6-year-old girl out of the house without waking up the rest of the family. Clements' DNA was not found in the Celis home. Any images we show of Clements are from previous hearings. Cameras have not been allowed in this trial. One of the defense witnesses was a woman who lived in a house just a few feet from the Celis home. They were separated by a wall around the Celis residence. She testified the Celis family dogs would often bark if anyone came near the wall, but said she did not hear any dogs bark in the early morning hours when Isabel Celis disappeared. The defense is working to undermine the cell phone tracking that is a key part of the prosecution case against Clements. A former police officer who developed software to track cell phones also testified in Clements' previous trial on this case that Clements' cell phone connected to a cell phone tower that covered the remote area where Isabel Celis' body was found and connected in the time period when the girl was discovered missing. But the defense has called its own cell phone expert to question whether jurors can trust that tracking. It is not in dispute that Clements led investigators to Isabel Celis' remains. He traded that information for getting some unrelated charges dropped. He told detectives he knew the location but had nothing to do with the death. The remains of another young girl led to Clements' standing trial for the death of Isabel Celis. Investigators found a partial DNA match to Clements on the remains of 13-year-old Maribel Gonzalez, found very close to where Celis bones were found years later. That led them to see Clements as a suspect in the murder of the 6-year-old girl, but his conviction in that case cannot be mentioned to the jury in this case. Now, some of that cell phone testimony got pretty technical. There were computer maps projected on the screen for the jurors to see. Diagrams were being drawn, even some mathematical calculations from the witness as he sat there in the witness chair. But, if that ended up confusing the jurors, that helps the defense as well, because a confused juror might just decide there's too much reasonable doubt to convict. Reporting live at Pima Superior Court, Craig Smith, KGUN 9.